Asahina? Those footprints, they're mine. What? Asahina? You're gonna figure it out anyway. So I'm better off just telling you myself. Then the one who killed Ogre was... Yes, I did. No, there's still the sealed door. I killed Sakura. I suspected as much. No matter how you look at it, those footprints were made with tennis shoes. And the only person here who wears tennis shoes... You're me and Asahina. Asahina and I are the only ones. I get it, so that's why you... And the chances are these footprints belong to you, don't they, Negi? No, they don't. Then give me your shoes and let me compare foot size. If the footprints weren't yours, then the only other possibility was Hina's. And while we're on the subject, since the class trial began, Asahina has been acting rather unusual. She's been pushing unusually hard to get us to cast our ballots. She wanted us to rush our decisions so the blame of her crime would fall on someone else. I can't believe that. What's so unbelievable about it? I mean, Asahina and Ogami were good friends. Which is exactly what gave her this chance. Ogami wouldn't even bat an eye at protein given to her by her good friend Asahina. Asahina exploited their so-called friendship. She used it to deceive the victim Ogami and continued using it to try to deceive us as well. That is one hell of a dirty trick you pulled, Asahina. I want to hear what she has to say. Is it true, Asahina? Did you really kill Ogami? And if so, why? Why would you do that? When I found Sakura in the rec room, her head all hurt and bloody, she asked me to bring her some protein. But then, I was in the chem lab going to get it for her, and the idea just popped into my head. I could kill her now, you thought, didn't you? So you swapped the two bottles' contents and gave her the protein container with the poison in it. When I did, Sakura drank it all in one big gulp. And then she... Hold on. I can't accept that. God, don't tell me you bought into this whole she wouldn't kill her friend nonsense too. Have you still not gotten it through your thick skulls? This game does not operate on your ideals. Naive dogmas like friendship hold no ground here. This is a game of wits, of securing the spot atop the hill. There's not one person who would sacrifice himself for another. In the end, every man thinks only of himself. Just as that woman sacrificed Ogami for her own sake. Be as that it may, I still can't accept it. You're still holding out? Don't get me wrong, I'm not being sentimental here. I simply can't accept that when certain questions have been left unanswered. You mean the sealed room? Asahina, if you truly are the culprit, then tell me, how did you construct that sealed room? Well, who cares about that? Just because I'm the killer doesn't mean I have to come clean about everything. I'm not saying that, but I am curious as to the reason you can't tell us. Don't tell me. You're trying to say Asahina isn't the murderer? And if I am? Preposterous. Knowing she swapped the protein and the poison, there's no room left for doubt. Can you really be so sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it still strikes me as a little bit odd. What's odd about it? I mean, like, why wouldn't she do anything about such obvious footprints? It's kind of, how should I say it, a little too obvious. Like the Death Note. Ha ha ha! I agree. It's almost as though she's asking us to suspect her. Well, I was so nervous. I didn't realize that I had left footprints. You didn't realize? Yeah, it's the truth. What more do you want from me? Hey, Asahina, would you mind going into a little bit more detail? About when you switched the protein with the poison. Why? It's not necessary. Asahina, I'm asking you too. Fine. Do whatever you want. It's already obvious she's the culprit. There are no other suspects. Nobody other than her could have done it. Please begin, Asahina. Start from when you went to the chem lab, if you would. First I went to the cabinet C and got the poison from there. That's when you spilled the powder in front of the cabinet? Yeah, I grabbed one of the poison bottles from the cabinet and it slipped and fell. Got it. Continue. Next, I went to cabinet A and got the protein, and that's where I swapped the two. After I swapped them, I took the poison-filled protein container with me and left the chem lab. But I had accidentally left the protein-filled poison bottle in cabinet A, and because of that, you figured it all out. There, that's everything. Hey, Asahina, based on what you just told us, after taking the poison from cabinet C, you went straight to cabinet A to get the protein, didn't you? In other words, you're saying you walked directly from cabinet C to cabinet A, aren't you? Then her footprints would show that. Yeah, I am. But in that case, it doesn't add up. Asahina, would you please repeat what you just told us? What's up, Mackie? You're pretty pushy today, ain't ya? God damn, how long do you plan on dragging this out? Listening to it again isn't going to change anything. How long? That's obvious. Until I've reached the truth. Truth, it's where you seek it. Okay. Footprints. I believe that'll be it. I went to cabinet C first. That's where I got the poison. And that's when you spilled the powder in front of the cabinets. When I grabbed a bottle from the cabinet, it slipped and fell. And what happened next? I went... When I finished with that, took the poison-filled protein container, left the chem lab. That's everything. Surely you've heard enough, or are you going to drag this out even more? That's where I got the poison. And that's when you spilled the powder in front of the cabinets. When I grabbed the bottle, the cabinet slipped, it fell. And what happened next? The footprints don't match up! She clearly went to cabinet A, and then to cabinet, and then back. Asahina, you first went to cabinet C to get the poison, and that's where you spilled the powder, yes? Yeah, so? And then you said after that you walked from cabinet C straight to cabinet A to get the protein. But the footprints left in the chem lab don't go from cabinet C to cabinet A. That contradicts what you just told us, doesn't it? Huh? Couldn't you have taken the long way around to hide her actual movements? Nope, that's out of the question too. I mean, Asahina just told us. I was so nervous, I didn't realize I had left footprints. Oi, what's the meaning of this, Asahina? Well... You're lying to us, Asahina. Based solely on the footprints you left, this is what it looks like you did in the chemistry lab. You arrived after the powder had been spilled and went straight to cabinet A. In other words, it appears as though whatever you did didn't involve you going to cabinet C. What? Just... What the hell? What's going on? Furthermore, the footprints aren't the only part of your story that you didn't manage to keep straight. What? Before I get into that, I'd like to present a new piece of evidence. New evidence? Preposterous! There couldn't possibly be anything else. Oh, but you're the one who gave it to me. I did? The evidence was hidden inside the poison bottle you gave me earlier. To overlook something so significant, you made a near-fatal mistake there, Tagami. Spit it out! What was in the bottle? Here's what I found. A glass shard? It was hidden at the bottom of the bottle. When you drank the powder, Tagami, a shard of glass rose to the top, allowing me to find it. Thanks to you, I've solved this mystery. You have my gratitude. What was that? Shard from? Ah, so you haven't figured it out yet. In that case... Negi, you tell him for me, would you? Huh? Me? Go on, Negi, say it. Where did the shard come from? The window? Light blue. The window. That's a piece of the rec room's window, isn't it? Oh. The window? I recall noticing the rec room's door window had light blue glass when I broke it earlier. That has to be it. Yes, that's exactly right, and that's exactly why it doesn't make any sense. Why would there be a shard of glass from the rec room's window inside this poisons bottle? I'm not seeing the problem. There is a problem, though according to the testimony Asahina just gave us. Based on what Asahina told us. When I broke the rec window, it would have been in cabinet A. She left the poison bottle inside cabinet A in the chem lab. That's what you said, isn't it? And yet, despite that, the fact that a shard of glass from the rec room window was found inside it means Asahina's been lying! That poison bottle was actually in the rec room. At the very least, it was there until the point the glass was broken, until the room was unsealed. If it wasn't, there's no explanation as to why there was glass from the window inside the bottle. And then, after the seal on the room was broken, it was returned to the chem lab. Similarly, the protein container we found there in the rec room was more than likely brought there after the room was unsealed, after Ogami had died. Slow down! You're moving too quickly! Well, keep up, bitch! I will concede, the poison bottle was likely in the rec room when it was sealed. But you can't be so sure that the protein container was brought there after the seal was broken. Yes, I can. And then there's the fact that Ogami took the poison because it was given to her in the protein container. If the protein container wasn't even there, why'd she take the poison? I'll need to go over that as well. Yes. Before I do, there's something I'd confirm with everyone first. And that'd be? It has to do with that protein container. After we discovered Ogami's corpse, did anyone bump into or kick the container at any point? What's this? Some kind of leading question? Never mind that. Just answer me. I can't say I recall doing any such thing. I didn't kick it. Me neither. See above. I didn't kick it either. I see. That's all I needed to know. I was right. The protein container was brought into the rec room after the room was unsealed. Enough with the games. How can you be so certain? Oh, you're the one who's enough with the games? Mister, this is king of the castle bullshit. Okay, so you can go suck off. Fuck you. Oh my god. Fuck you, Byakuya. Fuck you. How can you be so certain? How can you declare something I don't understand as fact? Because you're a fucking little loser bitch. I hate you. If Kirigi is certain about it, there must be some evidence supporting her. Something that proves the protein container was brought into the room. Couldn't be the fact that it's sitting on top of glass. Spilled powder. After. There's no question that the protein container was not in the rec room before the seal was broken. Then you're saying it was brought there after the room was unsealed. No, that's not possible. It was always in the rec room, including before the seal was broken. The seal in the room was broken when I broke the window. With that in mind, so when the container fuck! I shot too high. Blah blah blah, I got it. That's not possible. Boom! Okay, got it. Okay, I'm officially out of water, so this thing better wrap up pretty soon. You know how there was glass shards scattered around the protein container at the scene? And the glass from the window you broke, yes. What about it? The broken glass wasn't just scattered around the container. It was under it as well. What? Squirm, you little bitch. The fact that there was glass under the container means that it has to have been placed there after the window was broken. Which means it makes it after the room was unsealed. Fuck you. So that's what that was all about? That's why Kitty Kitty asked if anyone had bumped into the container. It could easily have ended up on top of the glass just because someone accidentally kicked it. I get it. So you were eliminating the possibility ahead of time. As a result, there's no room left for doubt, is there? Only the bottle of poison was in the rec room when it was sealed. The protein container was not there. But the two of them were switched after the seal was broken, and we ended up with the protein container in the rec room and the poison bottle in the chem lab. If that's the case, then why did Ogami take the poison? Are you saying she didn't take it because Asahina gave her the protein container with the poison inside? No, that's not the case. She must have taken the poison straight from the poison bottle. Given that only the poison bottle was in the room when it was sealed, that's the only possible explanation. Then you're saying she ingested it fully aware that it was poison? So she killed herself. Oh, fuck. That's preposterous. And it's the truth. Explain yourself. No, please explain it to me. First of all, there's something we all need to be clear about. Who took the poison bottle from the chem lab and brought it to the rec room? Hina went and got it and gave it to Ogre, right? What do you think, Nagi? Someone went to the chem lab, got the bottle of poison, and brought it back to the rec room. And that was Sakura. I think Ogami herself did it. You're saying the victim, Ogre, went and got the poison herself? What are you talking about? She would never! No, she most certainly went to the chem lab and to Cabinet C where the poison was at that. Liar! You're lying! Why would you lie about something like that? She isn't lying. Kirigiri provided me with the evidence that shows Ogami did pay a visit to the cabinet. I just have to show that to Asahina and get it through her head, then she won't be able to deny it. Oh no, 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 please. Her shoes had powder on it. Asahina, were you aware that there was some yellow powder found on top of Ogami's shoes? Her shoe? This, right here. As I recall, the spilled powder in the chem lab was yellow too, was it not? So it's not unreasonable to infer that the powder on her foot is the same powder spilled in the chem lab. But why would there be powder from the chem lab on her foot? On top of her foot too! Couldn't that be because she was there in the lab when the powder was spilled? What I'm saying is, I believe it was Ogami herself who spilled the powder at Cabinet C. When she dropped the bottle, the powder spilled away from her. So she was able to avoid the majority of it. But some of the powder must have gotten kicked up and stuck on her shoe. It adds up, doesn't it? Which begs the question, why did Ogami go to Cabinet C? The only reasonable answer being she was there for the poison. After all, what else is in that cabinet? No, you're wrong. It was me. I brought her the poison. Because I'm the one who killed her. No, you didn't kill her. The culprit, the murderer. Taking into consideration both the truth behind the poison and the still unsolved sealed room, there's only one person it could be.